तो अगर हम रोटी खाते हैं तो वो रोटी मिस तो बहुत करते हैं. Correct, first 15 days is very difficult because the body is really craving for it. But if you pass those 15 days well, by the 16th day, the body starts talking back to you. By the end of 90 days, you are actually feeling much fitter, much nicer, much calmer in your body. Your sleep improves, your skin improves, the weight starts to drop. So overall, you feeling much nicer.
आपने एक्सप्लेन किया था कि वो जो गैप्स होते हैं बिलाई के बीच में वो बढ़ते चले जाते हैं.
हाँ जी.
तो क्या ये लीकी गट है?
So जब ये gaps जब बढ़ते हैं, so constantly when there is a damage, okay, over a period of time these gaps start increasing. जिसकी वजह से the food particles that you are eating are now passing over to the other side, causing a lot of damage because they are not completely absorbed. They are passing out as a leaky gut.
Can you precisely let the audience know कि what are the symptoms that they have to look out for?
Migraine definitely is one.
Okay.
Very high amount of acidity, bad skin, things like psoriasis, rhinitis, constant weight gain.
Wow. Hello and welcome to another episode of Good to Be Sure. Today we are going to talk about a topic that many of you might have experienced, but you rarely talk about it. So we are going to talk about something known as food intolerance. All of you must have had this feeling of eating a wonderful meal but feeling bloated afterwards or experiencing discomfort after eating the meal and feeling generally down or uncomfortable. So all these experiences might be due to some kind of food intolerance that you might have. And today to discuss this with me is Dr. Nazanin Hussain. Welcome, madam. Dr. Nazanin Hussain is the co-founder and CEO of Shamrock Nutrascience, a digital nutrition health company. She is an advisor to the Indian Navy at the INS Hamla, which is a Joint Services Institute. She is also a prolific writer and has written for the FSSAI, the Yoga Institute, and the Indian Navy, and she holds key positions at the Indian Dietetics Association. Welcome, madam. So, as I've already introduced the topic, food intolerance, but madam, before we start talking about food intolerance, I just wanted to ask you that you've interacted with a diverse group of people, starting from armed forces individuals to you are a trained dietitian, so you counsel patients, etc. So what has been your journey so far? And the commonality amongst all of this has been food. So can you tell me a little bit about your experience in talking to this diverse group of people?
That's a beautiful question. और food जो है हमारे लाइफ का एक कोर भी है. We can say food is emotional. Food is social. It connects us to people. We always have food with our family, friends. Food is also psychological. And food is, we're looking at seasonal eating. We're looking at, sustainable eating. So food is very, very important. And a lot of times we are defined by our food. So when I have worked in these different places, my relationship with food, more than a clinical dietitian, today I also work with chefs, is also how can I translate healthy eating into culinary. When I work with food technologists and supplement companies, I kind of ensure that how we can still make it healthy and make it convenient. So over these diverse sectors, it has helped me to, keeping the consumer in the forefront. Ki at the end of it, jab koi khaye, to food should give you that happiness.
Yes.
Gives you the satisfaction.
Yes.
That's a very important.
Yeah. And I think I agree with you because, today in urban cities at least, we have a very, very stressful life.
Yes.
And one of the biggest stress reliever is that वो 4 बजे की चाय, वो घर जाके family के साथ बैठ के खाना खाना. तो अगर वो ही pleasurable नहीं है तो फिर it beats the purpose. Why are we, I can even ask a very existential question here, why are we even existing, when we can't even have these simple pleasures in life. So this brings me to my next question, that food intolerance, right? So you've had a nice meal, you've gone to a restaurant, you've enjoyed the food, or you're out eating, but then you come back home with this horrible feeling of bloatiness, etc. So can you explain to me what causes this? What exactly is food intolerance, and how is it different from other food related conditions?
ओके सो ये बहुत बार होता है। जैसे अगर मैंने आपको क्वेश्चन पूछा कि व्हेन यू गेट अप इन द मॉर्निंग, व्हेन योर मॉर्निंग अलार्म रिंग्स, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू ऑल एक्चुअली थिंक कि अरे काश आधा घंटा और मिल जाए सोने को?
हाँ, आई थिंक सब सोचते हैं।
सब सोचते हैं, करेक्ट? स्पेशली इन इन स्ट्रेसफुल सिटीज लाइक मुंबई। तो अगर आपने 6 या 7 घंटे अच्छे से सोए हैं, यू शुड बी हुर्रा, राइट? आई एम फुल ऑफ लाइफ, बट यू डोंट फील दैट, बिकॉज कहीं ना कहीं जो खाना हम खाते हैं इसका डायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट हमारे पूरे एनर्जी लेवल्स पे, स्लीप पे, स्किन पे। और ये जो ब्लोटिंग फीलिंग आप बोल रहे हो, ये बहुत कॉमन है। देयर आर डेज व्हेन यू वेक अप एंड यू फील वाओ, योर क्लोथ्स हैव जस्ट फिटेड यू। कभी ऐसा लगता है कि सब कुछ टाइट हो रहा है, समझ में नहीं आ रहा, और ये ब्लोटिंग इसी को बोलते हैं, करेक्ट? तो many a times the food that we eat, these could be daily foods, it could be even healthier foods, but they are not suiting me now. They are kind of, making me feel not so great. So I'm okay, but I'm not okay. Yeah. So I could live, patients often complain कि थोड़ा सा हेडेक है, माइग्रेन है, स्किन राइनाइट, रनी नोज है, स्किन पे इफेक्ट हो रहा है, वजन जो है स्लोली स्लोली ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम बढ़ रहा है। सो दीज आर ऑल साइंस, कहीं ना कहीं फूड सेंसिटिविटी आपको है, इट हैज बीन देयर। और ये इमिजिएट नहीं है, ये स्लो है, डिलेड है, और लंबे समय तक है, करेक्ट? इट्स डिफरेंट फ्रॉम एन एलर्जी। जब हम फूड एलर्जी बोलते हैं, जब आपने ये फूड खाया जिसको IgE बोलते हैं, तो आपने एलर्जिन फूड खाया, इमिजिएटली आपको स्किन हाइज होंगे, आपको रैशेस होंगे। अगर आप उस फूड से बहुत एलर्जिक हो तो यू मे इवन लैंड अप इनटू अ हॉस्पिटल, राइट? सो फूड एलर्जी इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम फूड सेंसिटिविटी। सो दीज आर टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स। ये जो है स्लो है, इट इज क्रॉनिक, मीन्स धीरे 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 सिस्टम को अंदर ही हमारे गट का जो एनवायरनमेंट है इसको ये बिगाड़ रहा है,
राइट? तो मैम अगर हम क्लिनिकली बात करें, ठीक है, तो थोड़ा सा आप हमारे ऑडियंस को ये बताएं कि जैसे आपने कहा फूड एलर्जी में IgE, तो व्हाट इज IgE? मतलब इसको आप थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं कि एलर्जी वर्सेस इंटॉलरेंस में क्लिनिकली क्या होता है बॉडी में?
ओके। IgE जो है ये इम्यून मीडिएटेड रिएक्शन है। यहाँ पे जब एलर्जी होती है, वी नो दैट देयर आर 15 नोन एलर्जेंस जो WHO ने भी डिक्लेयर किए हैं, करेक्ट? सो दीज कुड बी राइट फ्रॉम योर सोया, मिल्क, फिश, चिकपीस टू ऑल द ट्री नट्स, ओके? Sesame is the new sesame या till is the new addition to this 15. So these are known allergies. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स एलर्जी जो है ये बचपन में ही डिटेक्ट हो जाती है। जब जब हम एलर्जिन फूड खाते हैं, एक पूरा हिस्टडीन रिएक्शन होता है, स्किन के ऊपर हाइज वगैरह होते हैं, एंड यू हैव अ सेपरेट एलर्जिन टेस्ट टू rule that out. Once you're allergic, it's best to avoid these foods because every time you eat it, body में reaction होता है and it can go from mild to very very high. Okay? The second thing is intolerance. जैसे हम मिल्क का एग्जाम्पल ले, अगर किसी चाइल्ड को या एक एडल्ट को मिल्क एलर्जी है, they will best avoid it. They know that the reaction often comes. लैक्टोज इंटॉलरेंट, जो मिल्क में जो एंजाइम है लैक्टोज, essentially only cows have the lactose enzyme to digest that milk. Humans में ये एंजाइम जो है धीरे धीरे कम हो रहा है, इसीलिए आज हम देखते हैं कि एटलीस्ट 70% ऑफ इंडियंस ऑल्सो आर लैक्टोज इंटॉलरेंट। जिसका मतलब है जब हम मिल्क पीते हैं तो आफ्टर हाफ एन आवर आई हैव लाउड बर्प्स, डकार या बहुत लाउड गैस होता है। सो दिस इज अ सिंपल वे टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ये इसमें लैक्टोज इंटॉलरेंस है। हाउएवर अगर आप दही खाते हो या छाछ पीते हो या दूध थोड़े अमाउंट्स में लेते हो, 1 चम्मच फॉर योर चाय और कॉफी, दैट रिएक्शन डज नॉट कम। Okay, so that is your endurance. And the last segment is the sensitivity. कि जब हम milk ले रहे हैं in whichever form, which I'm doing it on a day-to-day basis, but slowly and steadily over a period of time, this food is kind of going and hurting the villi in my stomach. When we talk about the stomach environment, आइडियली जो हमारा गैस्ट्रोइंटेस्टाइनल ट्रैक है, ये हमारे बॉडी का सबसे बड़ा इम्यून ऑर्गन भी है। तो हमारी जो इम्यूनिटी है वो वहां से आती है। इस इम्यूनिटी, इफ यू हैव टू मेजर इट, इट्स ऑलमोस्ट ट्वाइस द लेंथ, द स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन इज ऑलमोस्ट ट्वाइस द लेंथ ऑफ अ टेनिस कोर्ट।
वाओ।
या तो यहाँ पे जो है, at every smallest millimeter you have villi which actually absorb the food, after which जो चाहिए आपके बॉडी को होगा बाकी का एलिमिनेट हो जाता है। पर जब फूड सेंसिटिविटी, फूड इंटॉलरेंसेस होते हैं, तो ये विलाई जो है ये कॉन्स्टेंटली हिट होते हैं।
अच्छा।
Okay, because of which there is a damage. When the damage happens, slowly this tight junctions which are there are now slowly becoming looser.
Right.
Okay, and the food starts passing out. A very simple way which I explain to most of my patients is कि अगर मेरे को हाथ पे लगा हुआ है, okay, what is the first thing you do? You'd wash it, you'd maybe apply a Dettol, you would now apply some Soframycin, add a Band-Aid and say इसको रेस्ट करने दो। अगर ये हाथ के ऊपर बार बार लगता है तो ये पस जो है ये और बढ़ सकता है। बट इन आवर बॉडी, द बॉडी इज लाइक अ क्लोज बॉक्स। आई डोंट नो हाउ टू गो एंड रिपेयर दैट, राइट? सो even foods then which I'm eating on a day-to-day basis, which may be healthy, like an almond or an egg white or wheat, which others Indians eat a lot, ये सारे जो है then start going and hitting it, and rather than getting completely absorbed, they leak out of the system, thereby giving a condition called leaky gut, जिसकी वजह से ये जो ब्लोटिंग आपने बोला, ये ब्लोटिंग होती है। और जैसे जैसे ये इन्फ्लेमेशन इंक्रीज होता है अलग अलग लोगों में, either be it in terms of diabetes, in young women as PCOS, something as simple as just bad skin, psoriasis or severe migraines, ये ट्रांसलेट हो।
हाँ, तो एक्चुअली क्या होता है, ये सिम्टम्स सबको कभी ना कभी तो हुए ही हैं। अब अगर ये परसिस्ट करते हैं सिम्टम्स, तो हम डॉक्टर के पास जाएंगे और हम कहेंगे कि हमें कांस्टेंट माइग्रेन है या हमें गैस है। तो अक्सर मैंने देखा है कि डॉक्टर पेन किलर्स प्रिस्क्राइब कर देंगे, या अगर बहुत ही सीवियर है तो कह देंगे आप कुछ रेडियोलॉजी टेस्ट करा लो, और अगर गैस के लिए दी एंटासिड इज द परफेक्ट। बट एक्चुअली कॉज आइडेंटिफाई करना बहुत कम बार होता है, राइट? और हम खुद भी सोचते हैं कि मैंने खाना खाया फिर मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, पर हम खाने में कितनी चीज़ें खा रहे हैं, तो हम भी कैसे पता करें कि किस चीज़ की वजह से। तो द गुड न्यूज़ हियर इज दैट कि हम अब पता कर सकते हैं through this test which is called as the food intolerance test.
Absolutely, I think that you just nailed the correct thing कि पहले क्या होता था डॉक्टर कि हमारे पास भी जब पेशेंट्स आते थे वेट लॉस के लिए या कोई प्रॉब्लम्स के लिए, हम उनको डाइट देते थे which used to be of course scientifically healthier foods, and a lot of patients actually followed it to the T. However, उनको जो है रिजल्ट्स ही नहीं आते थे, and the patient is frustrated, and you are more frustrated that he's followed the diet, he's followed the exercise, why isn't he getting the result? But when I first started using this test, I realized, oh my god, these were the same foods which he is actually causing an inflammation. तो जब हम उन foods को remove कर देते थे and we replace it by other foods, the results that patients got, be it in terms of weight loss or removing the inflammation, were fantastic.
Right.
So it gave you this specific, focused thing that you know what exactly you need to eliminate. You don't need to do trial and error. अगर जैसे बहुत सारे लोग बोलते हैं ग्लूटेन निकाल दो, पर अगर ग्लूटेन sensitive नहीं है, it's not a red food for him, why should I even bother?
Right. So ma'am, can you tell me now about this test? So what is exactly a food or intolerance test? How is it done? What do you actually test in it? And what is the outcome of the test?
Okay, it's a simple test. It is done over close to around 200 foods. Okay, it's a simple pinprick method. जब इसका हम टेस्टिंग करते हैं तो जो कॉमन फूड्स हम खाते हैं over different food groups like, cereals, pulses, milk, meat, egg, dairy, nuts, spices, condiments, इन सब के ऊपर ये टेस्टिंग होता है जो एवरेज 200 कॉमन फूड्स है। अब जब ये टेस्ट होती है तो हमको समझ में आता है कि the foods which are causing maximum inflammation, the score comes as high. You'll always see them as red foods. Okay, there are a lot of foods which are in the green, so any number which is below 24 are all in the green and they are very safe for you to consume. There is a small number which is between 24 and 27, which is things which will be best if you can kind of restrict it or avoid it. There is some sensitivity, but ठीक है चलो. There are other foods which are in the red, which are actually going and causing this problem. And these will, in all probabilities, be food जो आप रोज खा रहे हो. Okay, they are not offbeat foods. These are foods which you are eating every day. तो जब हमको इन foods का पता चलता है तो the first reaction which a patient has is, and mostly they are common foods, right? It could be milk, it could be wheat, it could be gluten, it could be an egg white जो रोज लोग खा रहे हैं. अब लगता है अरे बाप रे अब क्या करें. So ideally I tell every patient, don't interpret this report on your own. See a doctor or see a qualified clinical dietitian who can help you to understand this report. So rather than darting in the dark, great, I at least know that ये foods red है.
Right.
Okay, so it is a proper focus approach. Now how do I eliminate these foods? Okay, so the simple way, there is a 5-step protocol. The first thing is I remove the food. हाँ, जैसे कि हाथ में लगा हुआ, I remove the constant hitting. So I remove these red foods which are constantly going and damaging the food. अब अगर वो रेड फूड निकाला है तो उसको किसी और से रिप्लेस भी करना है.
Right.
Correct? So I look at all the green foods which are less damaging. So if I've removed milk, then I will see, can I replace it with a soya milk, or can I replace it with an almond milk or an oat milk? Okay. If it is a wheat, I will try and replace it with some of a millet like a jawar or a bajra or a ragi, or a combination of all of them. So that जो पेशेंट का डाइट है ये बिल्कुल से ना हिले. he has to, if he is eating roti, he still gets to eat a roti. हाँ, प्रेपरेशन थोड़ा सा अलग होगा, बट he still closer to his own comfort food. इसके बाद जो है, एक बार हमने उसको रिमूव कर दिया, उसको रोटेट कर दिया, we also have a very important function of going and repairing it. Right? Because ये repair जब तक नहीं होगा तो ये problems continue होंगे. And one important thing is, which every patient needs to understand, is that these foods are not gone forever. Okay? ये जो elimination है ये केवल 90 days to 120 days है, depending on how severe it is. Once your gut lining is healed, you can bring it back in the diet.
But maybe in a controlled manner.
In a controlled manner, in a systematic manner. So वो जो fear है कि I can never eat this food, that shouldn't be there. It's only a temporary fear.
Yeah.
Okay, so you remove it. Now you've rotated it or you've replaced it with another food. Now you start repairing. यहाँ पे we try and give them some kind of a supplement, okay, or natural foods like selenium, glutamine, which can help in going and repairing the gut lining. Okay, once that is done, the next step is we also try and put some, re-inoculate them with some prebiotics and probiotics. जैसे we know that gut is the second brain, तो यहाँ इसका जो माइक्रोबायोटा है जब हम चेंज करते, we add healthier probiotics, prebiotics, the entire gut environment kind of changes. You have more happy bacteria. These in turn will also further add in repairing the gut. Okay. Once all of that is there, you can also add some enzymes, or if किसी का HCl level low है, that the doctor or the clinical dietitian then decides what is the modality on how they want to treat the patient. इसके बाद जो है, after 3 months, you can slowly start introducing the foods back. Okay, start with the lower numbers. Okay, add one food at a time. You see if there is no reaction, you can increase the dosage, increase the frequency in the week, and then go on to the higher foods. By 3 months, by the end of 90 days to 120 days, almost when the gut lining is healed, you can add back all the foods. दिक्कत ये आती है जब हम can, often a question is asked, मैंने एलिमिनेट करा था, अब मैंने इसको फिर से 1 वीक के ले लिया, देन व्हाट हैपेंस? इट्स समथिंग एज़ सिंपल एज़ देयर वाज़ अ फायर, ओके, आई ट्राइड टू ब्लॉक द फायर सो आई कट ऑफ द ऑक्सीजन। थोड़ा-सा भी ऑक्सीजन मिलता है तो वो फायर फिर से फ्लेयर अप हो जाता है। तो इफ यू आर ऑन द जर्नी ऑफ एलिमिनेटिंग अ फूड, इट्स बेस्ट दैट यू कंटिन्यू दैट। जैसे हमने पहले ही बताया कि फूड इज एन इमोशनल कनेक्ट। तो अगर हम रोटी खाते हैं तो वो रोटी मिस तो बहुत करते हैं, करेक्ट? फर्स्ट 15 days is very difficult because the body is really craving for it, but if you pass those 15 days well, by the 16th day the body starts talking back to you, अपने आप से अच्छा फील होने लगता है। And then the next, 2.5 months goes fairly good. You feel by the end of 90 days, you are actually feeling much fitter, much nicer, much calmer in your body. Your sleep improves, your skin improves. The symptoms, if you were trying to lose weight, the weight starts to drop. So overall, you're feeling much nicer
Yeah.
on this guided
एंड
journey.
मुझे एक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट बात ये लगी कि अगर आपको कॉज पता चल गया, ठीक है, क्योंकि कई लोग होते हैं ना जो डाइट कर रहे हैं फॉर एग्जाम्पल, और वो कहते हैं मैं तो एक ही रोटी खाती हूँ फिर भी मुझे इतनी प्रॉब्लम है, मैं पतली नहीं हो पा रही हूँ, बहुत लोग कहते हैं कि मैं बिल्कुल नहीं खाती फिर भी मैं। तो मतलब अगर तुम्हें पता चल जाए कि नहीं ये इस वजह से हो सकता है, तो दैट इज सच एन इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग।
Yes.
एंड इवन व्हेन यू रीइंट्रोड्यूस दैट फूड, योर माइंड इज प्रिपेयर्ड to have the consequence of that, right? And I think that is such a big power that you have with you now, that you're informed that, you know, if I eat this.
Like, I love this saying, it's good to be sure. So this test actually helps you to be sure, and you're not just eliminating things mindlessly,
Right, right. So, ma'am, through this conversation, we've talked about the symptoms, but can you like precisely let the audience know ki what are the symptoms that they have to look out for, that they might experience, which might indicate a food intolerance,
जैसे
which is the most common one that you
Yes.
see with your patient?
Migraine definitely is one.
Okay.
Very high amount of acidity is another. The other things are, having a bad skin, things like psoriasis, rhinitis, constant weight gain, constant bloating. Uh, Even for that matter, a lot of young girls with polycystic ovarian syndrome come in. We kind of do this test, is very helpful. In some cases, like some autistic children, we've done this test, and the parents have found immense value because जब वो eliminate करते हैं तो इनका बहुत अच्छा एक impact आता है, at least in the calmness of the child. So also sometimes you're genuinely feeling brain fogged. आप सोच रहे होगे ये चीज खत्म करोगे, पर होती ही नहीं। Your brain is, very cloggy. So this test actually helps. So in a lot of, high level working executives who suddenly feeling very brain fog, when they do this test, it has actually helped them to feel much better. A lot of athletes also do it because जो sports, especially जो competitions वगैरह में जा रहे हैं, they also largely benefit by doing this
Yeah,
test.
because I think those are stressful environments.
Yes.
They're constantly competing, and so they need to be like sure that they don't have any symptoms due to food intolerance, basically. Right.
And इसका जो जो आज का हमारा पूरा लाइफस्टाइल है, जहाँ पे स्ट्रेस बहुत हाई है, एनवायरमेंटल टॉक्सिन्स बहुत हाई हैं, बहुत सारे लोग जो है, जैसे आपने भी पहले बताया, डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं, डॉक्टर ने एंटासिड खाली 1 हफ्ते के लिए दिया है, बट दे कंटिन्यू टू पॉप दिस पिल्स, एंटी बायोटिक्स जो बहुत लोग लेते हैं। सो दीज आर ऑल प्री डिस्पोजिशन फैक्टर्स, जहाँ से गट जो है, ऐसे भी गट का जो एनवायरमेंट है, जो जो लीकी गट होता है, इट्स नॉट ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ फूड, इट कैन बी बिकॉज ऑफ स्ट्रेस ऑल्सो, इट कैन बी बिकॉज ऑफ रॉन्ग ईटिंग हैबिट्स ऑल्सो, यू ऑर्डरिंग इन कॉन्स्टेंटली, you're eating a food with lot of preservatives and a lot of additives, so all of this is crossing the lining. Also sleep, I think genuinely लोग बहुत कम सोते हैं आजकल, नेटफ्लिक्स देखते हैं रात को, sleep hours have become drastically lower. Work stress is very high. So together with environment, quality diet, a lot of alcohol, smoking sometimes, all these and no exercise together make the gut worse along with a bad diet.
Okay.
So the trigger factors are many.
आपने एक्सप्लेन किया था कि वो जो गैप्स होते हैं
हम्म।
बिलाई के बीच में वो बढ़ते चले जाते हैं
हाँ जी।
तो क्या ये लीकी गट है इज दिस व्हाट लीकी गट इज
Yes.
ओके
So जब ये gaps जब बढ़ते हैं, so constantly when there is a damage, okay, the damage slowly, and this is not overnight, over a period of time these gaps start increasing, जिसकी वजह से the food particles that you are eating are now passing over to the other side, causing a lot of damage because they're not completely absorbed, they are passing out as a leaky gut.
ओके या जो हमने आपने सिम्टम्स बताया हमको कि माइग्रेन हो गया ब्लोटीनेस हो गया बैड स्किन तो ये जो सिम्टम्स हैं यू आर इंटॉलरेंट टू लेट अस से मिल्क और लैक्टोज इन द मिल्क. So how does this intolerance manifest as such extreme symptoms of a headache or something like that? Is it like an immune response that the body is producing, or is it a chemical that the body is producing which is triggering the brain or triggering the some reaction in the skin? So what is the scientific basis of this intolerance basically?
So unlike an IgE, like an allergen where a lot of histidine and antibodies are produced, this is a delayed, slow onset chronic inflammation.
Okay.
Right?
So
So
it is
your-
an inflammation.
it
really?
is an inflammation.
And it involves the immune system.
Yes, but this is IgG.
Okay,
That's-
IgG.
Yeah,
which is-
that's the only important.
so if
part
you have
to
if
remember.
you have a allergy, it's IgE, and
Yes.
if you have an intolerance, it's IgG.
Correct.
And because it's the IgG, it is delayed and not sudden.
Yes, and it's a chronic thing. It's slow, it's acute. ये एक दिन में नहीं होता है.
Right,
It's
हाँ.
over a period
It
of
needs
time
a
when you
memory
go
to
on.
build.
हाँ, it
Yeah.
needs a memory to build up.
या ओके तो जो हम ये भी टेस्ट करते हैं आपका ये स्किन प्रिक है तो मतलब ये फिंगर प्रिक करके आप सैंपल दे सकते हैं राइट एंड इसमें फिर ऑब्वियसली क्योंकि ये आईजीजी रिस्पॉन्स है हम आईजीजी मेजर करते हैं राइट और अगेंस्ट ऑल द डिफरेंट 200 डिफरेंट food groups so once the patient has got this test done and you've said कि most of the time you get patients who come with a panic कि भैया इतने सारे foods पे रेड आ गया है तो I think the course of action that you've explained is that you counsel them that it's not all bad news, you try to supplement the foods with other. So I mean, can you like give me one or two examples where it's really made a difference in a patient when you've tried to substitute a particular food that you can think of? Like I think gluten is a very good example.
Yes.
Today everybody wants to go on a gluten-free diet, whether it's required or not. That's a different question.
Correct.
So yeah.
So जब हम टेस्ट करवाते हैं अगर किसी में that let's take 3 cases, किसी में gluten positive ही नहीं है, I wouldn't eliminate, I wouldn't even bother to it. हाँ, अगर किसी में जो है gluten positive आता है, sometimes wheat comes positive and also gluten comes positive.
Yeah.
There's also gliadin which is in the report which comes positive. In many places durum wheat is not positive, which means पास्ता खा सकते हैं पर नॉर्मल व्हीट नहीं खा सकते. तो ये अलग अलग कॉम्बिनेशंस होते हैं. पर जब हम अब ये पेशेंट नॉर्थ इंडियन पेशेंट है, इसको रोटी खानी ही खानी है, तो अब हम इसको कैसे टैकल करें? सो योर वी टीच देम ओके आप you can look at a replacement like a jawar or a bajri or a ragi or a foxtail. But because it's gluten free, roti banana difficult hai. So we tell them, okay, no problem, don't make a roti. Maybe you could make a upma, you could make a dosa, you could anything which is moist could be easier. But once they use it, once they adapt it, many of them, even after 90 days, get used to eating this new food because it's genuinely giving comfort to them.
And yeah, I mean, and the
So-
symptoms disappear.
And the
right?
symptoms disappear.
Yeah.
Symptoms
That's
disappear.
a reward. I mean, that's such a big reward. I mean, I think so many youngsters who are conscious about their skin, etc., just to have that disappear,
Yeah.
would be such a
And the body, you start feeling that impact in 15 days if you're doing it well. By your 90th day or 120th day, you are actually feeling wow about yourself.
right.
Okay, if somebody had to drop weight they have dropped that, at least on an average 1.5 2 kilos. So by the end of the journey of 3 4 months, they've dropped 8 kgs very naturally without doing much, and they're really feeling good and confident about that.
Yeah. And I think in this day and age, I mean, there is so much talk about food, there is so much talk about weight loss, there are all these different kind of diets. Every other day you'll have. But I feel that this is such a scientific way of addressing one of the key problems to, slow weight gain.
Yeah.
And if somebody is understanding this and willing to follow this, as you've said, I mean, the progress will be slow, but it will be in a very scientific way.
It's scientific.
And it's informed.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about weight loss, ma'am, there is one thing which I'll definitely ask you is that GLP-1 agonist, right? So that is all the rage today. Every celebrity is taking it. But I mean, GLP-1 agonists, the way they work is that they stop you from eating, right? You don't feel hungry anymore. So you start, I mean, you are depriving your body of nutrition, right? So how does this test help for patients who are, or what is your advice for patients who are going to go on this drug and need a definite nutrition consult because they need to supplement whatever they are losing by not eating?
Yeah. One, that it's a given that any person who's going on a GLP-1 and needs to see a clinical dietitian.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you may lose weight, but that weight could be only not only fat but also muscle. And it's very important to retain that muscle because it's immunity, it's the way you look, and it's your core strength. Besides that, because appetite genuinely may drop ho jata hai, there are a lot of nutritional deficiencies also which arise. I wouldn't recommend doing this test immediately as you start. Okay, because the body is going through
a lot of change.
change. But 3 months down the line or 4 months down the line, you should definitely look at it. And now evaluate because you've already dropped some weight, your gut has resetted. Now see what are the things which are suiting you or not suiting you. Okay, is there a course correction you need to eat? Because you're eating only that much, and so you might as well eat the correct thing.
Correct.
No point of eating that little thing which is also becoming red and it's backfiring. So that's 3 4 months down the line of your journey of taking the GLP-1 analogs, you should kind of consider doing the test.
Yeah. So you've told us so much about this test, about general nutrition. So any last bit of advice that you might have for our audience who are constantly trying to battle their insecurities with food, their allergies with food, their intolerance with food? So any last bit of advice that you might have?
I think पहले तो you befriend the test. It's a beautiful test. It gives you a focused approach. तो अगर हम ये टेस्ट कराते हैं इस और टेस्ट कराने के बाद इसको फॉलो करते हैं, you will see success. Two is don't be afraid of all the red foods. Okay? Work around it. Find alternatives. A good guided dietitian, a clinical dietitian will help you to find that. It takes a family approach to do that. आप अकेले से नहीं कर सकते हो क्योंकि अगर आपकी वाइफ खाना बना रही है, आपकी मेट खाना बना रहे, we have to take them also into confidence of understanding that अच्छा ये eliminated food है, please do not use it, bring it. Look at the positives, look at the green foods. There's plenty to eat. Maybe those were things which we never explored, but now I'm eating these foods and I'm loving it. So the green is something which I should explore. And it also helps you when you start taking a little bit of the repair supplements, your enzymes, or you start balancing with natural probiotics and prebiotics, start increasing some fermented foods. So gut bacteria also start getting much better. So overall, you see the end goal and you will feel it's a win-win. So I would say befriend the test, consider it, especially there is if you suffered for a very long time, समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा है क्या हो रहा है. और and also for a lot of patients who normally do a CBC and you will see and ESR elevated, or a lot of people today are doing HSCRP, and you know that there is confirmed inflammation, then you might as well deep dive a little more into it and figure out why the inflammation. And that's where also this test actually is a good fit. So either or conditions you should consider it.
So thank you so much, madam, for all this information, for all this, as we call gyan. It's been, talking to you has been wonderful. To our audience, I will just say that, as we've been saying, that is always good to be sure. So if you have had these symptoms for a long time, please do consider the food intolerance test. As madam's advice, it will definitely positively bring about a change. Thank you very much.